everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Maybe you're seeing it on the Facebook platform or just another social media platform, but ultimately I want to get back into doing the videos, and there's so many things and so many videos that I never really posted. It's just I did the introduction video and just never did anything back. So thank you for those who have been patient with me and who've seeked out and see where I am with things. But I just really wanted to come home today and just kind of come into my prayer closet and just kind of talk about the events that happened today. So a couple of weeks ago, I was asked to participate in a crime victims event walk for the city of Mission, Texas. That is also known as the city where the tragedy happened, where I lost my husband. He was involved in an intoxicated manslaughter case, for those of you that do not know me. And so my husband, of 13 years, and my significant other, my partner, my best friend, everything, I'm his voice. And even though sometimes, guys, I'm just so like under my rock, as I say, I kind of joke around with my friends like, oh, I've just kind of been under my rock here for the last few weeks. I'm not sure if I want to attend. Sometimes I just want to like be sad. I feel like I deserve it. That's what I tell myself. I deserve to be sad. I'm going and going and going. I am the sole provider for my children. I am a mom, a dad. I am, constantly a play date, and I'm putting them to bed and just everything that comes with it. And Milton was just so good. He was so good to us, so good to me, for helping me with all the domestic things that, you just don't think that you count. I'm pulled 300 ways all the time between work and my family, and sometimes because I work from home, I don't want to be home. Like, as soon as I'm done with work, I just want to go out, whether it be to the park, or the kids and I go to the gym, or we'll just go visit my mom and have dinner. So anyways, I'm being sidetracked from my point of this message, but nonetheless, I was just under a rock. I've been under a rock here for a few months. It's really what brought the rock on me was the fact that the judicial system, or the justice system, and just the court process that I've been going through, I've been limited to what I can say about it for obvious reasons. We're upcoming with trials, supposedly. I just don't know what direction it's going to be, and I'm just being still and letting God do his thing. He's been so mighty and so constant in our lives. He's never failed me. Just even when I feel like I don't hear you, God, where are you? Why am I going through this? How is this my life? Like, even when I get into those moments and I'm just like, no, shake it off, shake it off, put your game face on. You have to be the voice. And I'm so glad. I attended an event this past Sunday on April the 8th. For the county level. It was for the victims unit. We did a walk, and I was able to talk to the crime victims lady from Mission. She's the one that helped me process the paperwork and do all these things that helped me and really blessed me in being able to provide the ultimate ceremony for Milton and being able to honor him, And so she asked me a couple of weeks ago if I would allow her to honor Milton as the victim of honor and to participate in a walk. But on the city level. So yes, of course I said yes. I told her about the organization that I'm part of, which is Friends and Family of Murdered Children. I became part of that support group because when I lost Miko, my stepson, I needed an outlet. My husband was grieving and I was his support system. I was his right hand. But when I was grieving, I couldn't expect him to be the same to me when he was falling apart. And so I joined this group, and then indirectly, unfortunately, I'm part of the group again because my husband is also an intoxicated manslaughter, making him a victim of crime. And here I am. So it's such a horrible, horrible club to belong to, a horrible reason to belong to the club, but it's such a sense of community, guys. And there's so many people out there that don't have justice yet, that don't have any kind of closure, and I'm so blessed, like, constantly, even in my storm, y'all, like, I'm constantly being reminded that I know who did it. I know what she was doing. I know what she looks like. I've been in her face 18 times, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that closure of this chapter. It's not going to make me feel any better, but I'm not going to have that anxiety of being at the edge of my seat week after week in case they postpone it or they reschedule it or they bump it up. I've been living with this anxiety for 21 months. And the only reason that I'm okay, that I'm not on any medication, that I'm not drinking and referring back to my old bartending ways that many of you know, that I was just working at Jalapenos and doing my thing and, just being of the world. I'm not that person anymore. And the only thing that's carried me through all of this is that God has been so amazing to put all of these people together in front of me in my life, and just the pieces of the puzzle. I wouldn't be able to otherwise have the peace that I have in my life, that I knew the first responder that attended to Milton. I know the people who helped him out. I know the people with the paperwork, and I have names and faces to all of these people who have been ultimately, to them, they just think it's just a little piece of the puzzle. But for me, it's been so many divine appointments, so much closure in little ways, just little bits of closure that I have, like knowing about this, knowing about that. And I'll go into detail. I'm rambling, but I just wanted to come on and say that, you know, the grieving process is really hard. And anyone who knows what I'm going through, like, it comes in waves, it comes and goes. Sometimes you have 3 good days, but then my child is crying and I have to comfort her, and she's, you know, telling me that she just can't do this anymore, that she doesn't want to be here anymore, that she wants to be in heaven with her daddy. Then I have a son who maybe 3 days after that will tell me, Mommy, when we go to heaven, are we going to take this for daddy? Am I going to take this back to daddy? He doesn't understand the concept, but I'm just constantly reinstilling my beliefs, our faith in him. So even as little as he is, you know, he has peace, and we're just ultimately trying to find peace. So today the event gave me a lot of peace. I was able to come and talk to the district attorney, talk to the chief of police of Mission, just people behind the scenes. And it's so important, first responders, so important, if any of you are watching this, that everything that you do it with compassion for the victims, and that you do it with a passion and a drive that you have yourself for wanting to be in that situation. You chose that career. You chose that position. That should be your ambition. You should be proud of what you do. Even though you think you didn't do it, even though my first responder, the one that responded to Milton, thinks that he failed me because he didn't bring him back, knowing the compassion and the passion that this man has for his life, and that he was the one that worked on my husband, knowing that he took those extra steps that I'll discuss with you at another time, it just gives me so much peace. So today was just such a divine appointment. I needed it. I'm coming up to trial in my last pre-trial date on April the 19th. Guys, pray for me. Keep me in prayer. I just want this to be over. It's not going to make me feel better. Like I said to the chief of police today, or to, you know, to different people, I said, she's ultimately, if she were to restore herself, if she were to rehabilitate herself, like they say that you do when you go to jail or whatnot, if she were to become a different person because of what she did to our lives, for being negligent, for deciding to go behind the wheel when she was drinking, if she decides to rehabilitate her life and become a better person, then Milton's death was not in vain. And ultimately, that's what I want. I'm working really hard, y'all, on being able to forgive her. I have anger, and I have so many issues still, and I'm working on them. And, you know, but today was just a lot of peace. We did a walk. They had us cut the rope, or the caution type, so we could start the walk. They blessed us with a bouquet of flowers. They blessed us with an amazing cake with 4 strawberries on it, y'all. Like, 4 strawberries. Like, I know it's so silly, but 4 strawberries, like, we always had 4 strawberries in this house. That was like the portion, because there's 4 of us. There was 4 of us in this household. You know, Sabrina, Dominic, me, and Milton. So these giant, amazing 4 strawberries, you know, it's just such a blessing. And my anniversary is coming up, you know. We would have had 7 years being married, you know. I'm going to San Antonio, and I'm just planning the trip that we normally did and just go under our tree. We got married on Marriage Island in San Antonio. You can Google it, on the Riverwalk. And I have that tree that I can go back to and show my kids, and it's just amazing, you know. And so it's just God's hand continuing to move in this. So I thank you guys for everyone who reaches out to me on the back end. Sometimes I just can't come and just explain. Sometimes I know that I need to make more time. I need to be a voice. I need to be an example. I need that when I speak, I need you all to see God, and I need you all to see my faith, because this is the only reason that I'm able to do this right now, you know, that I'm able to just be transparent. I'm not perfect by no means, but I'm just trying to be strong for my kids. I'm trying to show people what faith looks like. You know, like my handle on Instagram, faith not sight. You know, I walk by faith and not by sight. And I just need you guys to understand that that should apply to everybody. That should apply to everybody, because it doesn't matter if you're walking in a storm like I'm walking through right now. It doesn't matter if you're going to come into a storm pretty soon or you just left a storm. You need to walk by faith and not by sight. You need to continue to move forward and not to give up. You're not being punished. You're not being tested. People say all the time, oh, God's testing you. No, God's not testing me. He knows the end result. He knows the end game. He's not testing me. He is making me an example for his kingdom. And that's what I want to share. It doesn't mean that I'm perfect by all means. I have my shortcomings. I am dealing with a lot of bitterness and anger sometimes because my husband was taken away from me. My kids cry still, guys, 21 months later. You know, I'm still dealing with that. I cry, you know, I was really proud of myself. I didn't cry this time. I just had my random tears here and there, and I shed a couple of tears with some people. I had my glasses on and I was good. So I was like, yeah, I'm so strong. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to share this video with you all about what happened and what the event was about. I did go on Facebook Live, but it's just really hard. I'm just not going to have it drag on and just record hours and hours of nothing, and just little bits and pieces of our life and what's going on. And as we go continue, I'll do some video vlogging per se of just our lives and our day in our lives, of what it's like to be us, to be going through what we're going through. It doesn't mean that we're sad all the time, guys. I know sometimes I come on here and I put some posts on Facebook or Instagram, or you know, it's just, this is why I'm coming here, because I'm grieving. This is why I wanted to create this, because when I came on here to look for somebody like me that was a Christ-following widow, there were very few circumstances that fit to my situation. So for the future, if somebody's going through this, if you come across it, know that I'm here. Know that you have me. As little as I am as a community, I am here. I'm here to help you if you're in South Texas. Anything in general, things that I've gone through, from like searching for an autopsy to going and filing with the crime victims unit or your local district attorney's office, just the things that I've gone through. And I'll go more into detail, but I just wanted to share with you all the amazing event that I had, God's divine hand, and putting me together with all these people that were involved 21 months ago in my husband's accident. And, you know, ultimately he did not survive, and, you know, but we're so blessed. We're so blessed that we have that closure. We're so blessed that we know who did it. We're so blessed, like, in the littlest ways, they count and they add up. And now we feel better about our, you know, the situation, and we're healing. And it's because of our faith, and it's because of God's love for us. And I just wanted to share that with you all. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for continuing to listen to me ramble on. Sometimes, like I always say, it's better said than texted. It's better said than texted. So thank you all so much. Have an amazing night. Have a restful evening. And tomorrow's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.